Hello everybody and welcome to another Transformers third-party review thanks to the team over at Heat Toys. Today I'm taking a look at the Magic Square MS-B36 Doomsday. This is only suitable for persons over 16 years old. I love the Magic Square retro packaging, something they've always been exceptional at. This is of course their version of kind of a Legends scale Megatron. There are various different Legends scales going on at the moment. There's the official Legends scale, then there's the New Age Legends scale, which is slightly smaller masterpiece figures. They're like mini masterpieces. Then we get the likes of the Magic Square ones, which are very kind of in keeping with what was the Unique Toys and DX9 scale of Legends. And then we get the slightly larger size, or the Legends Plus as they're called, which are the likes of Mech Fan Toys, etc. This kind of scales very well with the Iron Factory figures, although they're two very different aesthetics. On the back of the box we've got pretty much what we would kind of expect from Magic Square, a very kind of artistic shot there of their Megatron versus Prime. The amount of accessories that we get with these figures now is insane. There's literally more come with the Legend figures now that we can get with the Masterpiece figures. This is madness. Just look at all that we've got here. We've even got a little tiny Kremzig as well. I mean, he is diddly. I'm okay with them not giving us articulated hands, as long as they give us plenty of options here. We've got some really nice fists and some open palms. We've got some weapon wielding hands there. And of course he comes with his static kind of standard open palms. I mean, there's options and then there's options. I mean, I like the fact that we get these chains, kind of the static poses for them, but we also get the option to kind of mix them out. We could remove this piece here, like so. We can screw this metal chain into here, like so. So that will now tab in where the hand is. Now we get the small magnet piece that comes with this. Screw that piece on, and we've got that magnetic weight in there now, so you can swing that around. This one's definitely more posable. I think it's a very nice clean pose on the offset, a really nice arch on there. This one's definitely fun. It's nice to have kind of die cast etc on a character so small as well. Oh my goodness me, these accessories are going absolutely everywhere, aren't they? Put one of his more expressive hands on there. Look, oh, very nice look for him. We have various different chest plates. We've got the key to Vector Sigma there. We've got his Energon blade. We've got himself. Now this is a peg, so it can go inside the likes of the Magic Square's Soundwave's hand. And then we've got a more kind of stock look for him with the thicker handle. We get the stand, etc. for when we transform into his gun mode. We get the mind control helmet, so you can control his clone. I think that's brilliant. And then we get the alternative chest plate. This is the plain one, whereas the one that we get standard has the indents on. And then we get the battle damaged one as well, much like we got in the movie. And then we get the alternative head sculpts. We get a maniacal laugh. We get an angry Megatron. And we get a "I still function" face as well. So many options. Taking a 360-degree look at Megatron. He looks splendid doesn't he? He's a really clean, tidy figure. These guys are getting so good at what they do now. I don't know if you're aware, but obviously we all know that Unique Toys and DX9 have a very good relationship. I believe it's the design team from Unique Toys. They then split doing their own thing. One went off to do Magic Square, one team went off to do New Age, and I think that's why they're now getting rid of Unique Toys. They're releasing their final product in the form of their Galvatron from the Age of Extinction, and then they're going off and splitting and doing their own sort of things. But I believe Magic Square are teasing more leader, larger sized figures, so maybe we'll be getting a Megatron from them, because if they can deliver a Megatron looking this clean at this size, I'd really love to see what they would do with a Megatron at a much larger scale like MP standard. Would it be a better version than the official? Quite possibly yes. But yes, so the companies themselves aren't really disbanding, they're more just going their own direction and continuing on with what they've already established for themselves. And I'm okay with that. You know, the Magic Square already replaced their Unique Toys War in Pocket range, carrying on that same sort of aesthetic. Have they crossed over any of the figures yet? I don't think they have yet, but I assume when they finally get rid of the Unique Toys banner, then they can go back and redo those figures in this more kind of modern masterpiece style. But this really is a gorgeous vision of Megatron. Now, in terms of height and scale, I actually got rid of a lot of my Magic Square stuff, because although I like it, I thought New Age were doing the job better. I just happened to get this because I'm a huge fan of Megatron. Just that maniacal menace from my childhood. He has a very large soft spot in my heart. Does he work with the New Age figures? I don't know. He doesn't look terrible. That's not a bad size, I don't think. I think that could possibly work. If any of you went the Mech Fan Toys Legend Plus route, then he's probably too small to fit in with that scale. If you've gone that route, then I would personally go for the Jin Bao oversized knockoff of the New Age Megatron, because that, in my opinion, scales remarkably well with the Mech Fan Toys oversized Legends. I know people are constantly comparing the two sides of the stone. Personally, I do think the Magic Square wins this time round, just with how clean he came up. Articulation is good still. We've got range upwards, downwards, left and right. No real quizzical tilt in there though. Well, you know me, I love my quizzical tilts on my heads there. We got a ball joint all the way around, comes out to the side, no butterfly joints in there. Upper bicep rotation and a bend on the elbow, rotation on those wrists, rotation on the waist, a little bit of an abdominal crunch as well. That is something that's always incredibly welcome on a figure, no matter the size. Legs can come forwards, that far, back, out to the side, upper thigh rotation, nice bend on that knee, and we've got up and down on the feet, as well as pivoting side to side. So he is packed for a small guy. Zooming in, you can see me just taking Megatron's face, and we're going to switch that out for the battle damaged still function face, and we get the small red eyes we have to remove. We can then pop those into the new head and put the battle damaged face on there. Then pop the chest panel off and pop the old chest panel on. There we go. That looks so good. Oh, I'm loving this guy. He's so nice. And I saw some of the earlier reviews, some of the Chinese reviewers, they had like an LED function that they popped in these. I didn't get anything like that with mine. I'm assuming they removed that for the retail or whether that's an optional extra. Not always a fan of the LEDs. I mean, they don't really do anything for me, especially when I could rather have some nice like painted features. But that sculpt on Megatron's head is just absolutely sublime. Now, as gorgeous as Megatron looks, let's get him transformed up. So you want to straighten off the arm. The weapon is going to turn, and it basically comes unlocked by rotating sideways. That is a diagonal style peg. And now I'm going to put the original hands back on, because I've been reliably informed that you can't switch and change with those parts. We can then rotate the head sideways. The arms are going to come down, unplugging from the side and unplugging from the side. We can then lift this chest piece up. Piece here comes up like so. This is then going to come down to this angle, and that's going to rotate so that the mushroom peg is facing forwards. These hands are going to rotate so that they're facing outwards. Oh, there's a lot going on here, isn't there? Megatron's head lifts up, flips inside, and pushes back down. You can transform the chest and the head with all the battle damage on, but I'm going to change that out just to make a smoother alt mode. In fact, let's put the perfectly smooth chest panel on just to kind of really tidy that up, shall we? We can lift the crotch flap forward. This part here is going to fold like so, and this part here is going to fold in like this. Extend these panels to the side, freeing up the thighs. These arm panels are going to flip forwards. The tip of the gun is on a slider. You want to slide that out, and these arms rotate so that this panel is facing forwards. This gun piece is going to rotate upwards and in to that void like so, and come around to these arms. So basically just need to unfold them. Got a lot going on in here, and make our way down. This whole piece rotates around like so. The hands are going to come in to the side, so we're left with something that looks like this. These hip skirts are going to come right out of the way. This section comes up and out of the way, allowing for these sections to come to the back like so. Sliding this section around, and these should just line up and tab in like so. This is then gonna come upwards like this. The upper part comes around. These are going to come up to the front, and so is this piece here, which allows for the legs to rotate 180 degrees. So we're left with something that looks like this. This is then going to lift up, and again this panel here is going to rotate again as well. Pull this joint, allowing for the legs to flop down and bring those to the front, rotating those at the knees, and then from here this entire hinge piece is going to rock. So this comes down, this is going to come up, these are going to slide in. We then have two joints here. You rotate the first, and then this one like this, which allows us to have access to the inner workings of this leg. This comes untabbed, the foot comes down. This back panel piece lifts away. There's just so much going on with this. It's insane considering the size of the figure. It is absolutely mad. This piece here is going to fold out like so. This part folds back. This is then going to come up. Flip this and do the same with this leg. Comes away. This piece extends. This piece here folds back inwards. This rotates around. Now come back in. You then start tabbing these leg panels into one another. He says easier said than done because it's a really kind of tight fit. Tab these tabs in on the feet, which helps everything line up like so. These are all going to slide, and then these legs are going to push and tab in as well. These hip skirts rock backwards, and much like we get with the Masterpiece Megatron, they kind of fill that void like so and like so. This is going to come up, slide, push and tab, and then that's going to slide in to the front panel like so. This is going to come down to the back. We're going to tab these pieces in and line up. I'm just going to try and straighten this up off of camera, get everything lined up, and then we can start putting the additional sections on. And here we have him. I still haven't got these pegs tabbed in correctly on these legs. Done it amazing first few times of transformation. Of course, have to do it on video. Yeah, no such luck. But it's not a bad little Legends size Megatron, is it? I mean, that's a pretty decent looking Walter. There. It's actually pretty decent. There's so much involved in the transformation. It's probably over-engineered though. There's nothing really that fun about the transformation. It's quite fiddly because of the size. If this was done to a bigger scale, it would pretty much be the Masterpiece Megatron. It's just that extra aesthetic that they've covered that I think definitely works. But there we go. There we have Megatron in all of his glory. That's a really good size for a Titan class to hold, I think. Maybe that's what now. I'll put him in his robot mode. I was going to say maybe I can have him like in Metroplex's hands or something. I don't know. But anyway, what do you all think? Do you already have this Megatron? Is this your Legends Masterpiece Megatron? Have you gone the New Age route? Have you gone the Jin Bao route and gone for the oversized Legends? So many options out there. We are truly lucky when it comes to collecting right now. Thanks again to Heat Toy for making this review possible. I will include a link in the description below where this can be ordered. And until next time, from myself and the Magic Square Doomsday B36. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.